Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. For today's video, it is going to be a in-depth walkthrough of everything that is in my makeup bag. So I put a poll on Instagram and you guys chose that you wanted to see a video on all the things that are in my makeup bag, so that is what I'm filming today. And I thought it was perfect timing just because I am going to be going on vacation starting tomorrow. So once you guys do see this, I'm going to be in Utah, hopefully skiing and snowboarding and not getting hurt. But you know, we'll see how that goes. So this video is a bit of a long one, so be sure to grab a snack, grab a glass of wine, grab a drink, and let's go ahead and jump on in. So to start off first, I'm gonna go through this bag here, which does contain all of my lip products and eye products. So I like to keep my KVD Shake Shot Primer, eye primer. I love this stuff, super, super good. And then I also keep a variation of nude lips in here as well, just because I like to have a pretty good variety when it comes to nudes, just because then I can kind of switch it up, and nude lips are usually what I go for on the day-to-day basis. So I like to have options. So I have 4 currently. I have, of course, the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Unbutton. I love this one. It's like a beautiful peachy nude. And then I have the YSL number 7 Couture Matte Stain. And I'll go ahead and swatch all these for you in a minute. But it's just like a really pretty rosy pink kind of shade. And then of course, Dose of Colors Lazy Daisy, one of my all-time favorite nudes, along with MAC's Retro Matte Lip Color in the shade Lady Be Good. And this one dries down to be more of like a nudie brown beige. It's not as pinky. So first I'm gonna go ahead and swatch Unbutton. I have Unbutton right here. It's just this beautiful pinky peachy nude. And then I have MAC's Lady Be Good right there, which is definitely more pink peachy as compared to the Fenty one right here. And then we have Dose of Colors Lazy Daisy, which is right there. So you can totally tell that all the tones are completely different with each one of these. And then last but not least, we have the YSL Lip Stain in the shade number 7. And this is more of a sheer formula, but it does last on the lips because it is more of a stain. But as you can tell, these are the shades right here. I like to kind of have a variation of nudes just because then I can have some pull more like true nude or more pink or more peachy. You just get a really good variation with these. So these are my essentials. And even though I don't like to wear reds all the time, I definitely have to pack my staple red, which is another Fenty Stunna Lip Paint, and this one is in the shade Uncensored. This is the most beautiful, true, cool blue undertone red, and it's just so dark and beautiful, and it lasts all day on the lips. Honestly, you can't go wrong with this one, and I love the applicator on the Fenty ones because you can really line your lips, and you don't even need lip liner for this one. So that is it for the liquid lips, and then I usually have a few lipsticks in my purse that always go with me everywhere, and this is one of them. This is the Maybelline Nude Lust lipstick. I absolutely love this one. It's their cream finish. I think it's so beautiful and it complements really any look. So this also stays with me at all times, and it's a very creamy nude, I guess you could say. It's this one right here. It's super light, but it just makes your lips look like your lips but better. So I went ahead and ran downstairs to grab the lipstick that literally lives in my purse at all times, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. It is an OG from her, but I absolutely love it. It's that shade right there. It's the perfect mid-tone pinky nude, and it has a more satin finish. It's not as creamy as the Maybelline one, but mixing the two of these together is a dream. Such a good combination. All right, so now that I have the lipstick portion out of the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw in the 2 glosses that are always in my travel bag. I have the Bite Beauty Yay Sayer Plumping Lip Gloss. I recently just bought this and I've been obsessed ever since. I absolutely love it. The scent, the effect, it doesn't burn or sting your lips, but it just gives you the perfect plump pout, and it smells like cinnamon and vanilla. Can't go wrong. And then of course the Lunar Beauty Gloss in the shade Moon. This is the most beautiful creamy nude, and if you have yet to try the Lunar Beauty glosses, I like 15 out of 10 recommend. They feel more like a lip oil rather than a gloss, but I absolutely love it. Can't go wrong. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch these for you real quick. So we have Moon right here, which is just like this beautiful, like creamy cream color gloss. And then we have the Bite Beauty Guava Puff. It's like more of a pinky shade, but I think it's so pretty on the lips, and it definitely doesn't transfer as like a super pale pink like that. It's definitely more of like a clear gloss once you do apply it. And so for lip liners, I do go a bit crazy just because, again, with lips, I kind of like to have a good variation of like nudes and how they pair with the lipsticks, glosses, etc. So I usually try to bring like 5 or 6, which I know might be overkill, but it's just what I do. So first we have the NYX Slide On Glide On Stay On, definitely a turn on waterproof extreme lip color in the shade Nude Suede Shoes. I love this one. It's like a perfect like peachy, not like super peachy, like it's kind of one tonal, but it's such a nice nude. It goes with literally everything, so this is definitely a must for me. And then of course, oldie but a goodie, the OG ColourPop Lippy Stick liner in the shade BFF. It's another good one. You can definitely tell it's more like of a nude brown as compared to this one, but I love both. This one I just put all over my lips and put a gloss on top and I'm ready to go out the door. Next we have the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liners. I've actually fallen in love with these, especially since after I found the one that is in the shade Bear that is a perfect dupe for Pat McGrath contour. I haven't been able to put these down. I ended up running out and getting like 2 or 3 more shades, but Sugar and Spice is definitely one that I don't really have in my collection. It's more of a pinky, like a deeper pinky brown, I guess you could say. And I mean, you can tell the tones of these are very similar, but they are very different. So I always have that one with me, along with Pat McGrath Contour. Beautiful mid-tone brown shade. Such a good one. When you swatch it, it's kind of like, ew, gross. But once you put it on your lips, trust me, it's a game changer. And last but not least, we have another lip pencil from NYX. This is the shade Nude Beige. I love this one. Again, it's exactly how it's described. It's like a good nude brown. And this one I like to pair and do kind of like an ombre lip and use this as a lip liner and then go in with like a lighter shade to kind of like fade into the center to make your lips look a little bigger. But these are my staple lip liners that I always have to take with me everywhere I go. And I know this video is going to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to try to go ahead and speed up through this process by just clumping products together. But for brows, I do bring 3 to 4 brow products. So I have the Anastasia Brow Definer in the shade Medium Brown that I always bring. The Milani Weekender Brow, I just found this one and it's a total dupe for the Glossier Brow Flick and I love it. Drugstore, super affordable. Great shade selection by the way too. And then of course my go-to brow product, this is the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Brow Gel. I love this one. You guys have seen me use it hundreds of times, so that always goes with me along with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Love it, can't live without it. Then I bring 2 eyeliners. I bring the Benefit Roller Liner in the shade Black, along with the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner. Such a good liner, super pigmented, super matte, lasts all day, doesn't like cake or crack, anything like that, and very affordable again. All right, and then to kind of finish up the eye category, I really like taking the Milk Makeup Long Wear Gel Eyeliner. I like using this for tight lining and filling in my waterline. And I like using the shade CEO, which is their brown shade, just because it's not as harsh and I feel like it goes with a multitude of looks from very easy, simple to like dramatic and smoky. And then for my mascara, I have really been on a kick with the new Bite Upswing Mascara. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's super pigmented, super black. The wand on it really helps to coat each individual lash, get them long, separated, and voluminous. And with that being said, we can go on ahead and move right on into complexion products. So I'll just go ahead and try to start in order of how I use these products, but I like to try to bring 2 of everything. So 2 primers, 2 foundations, 2 concealers, etc. So for my 2 primers that I'm taking, I have been really loving the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I feel like it has such a good like stickiness to it, and it really helps to like hydrate and prep the skin, along with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I love this one. It just helps your like skin literally look poreless and flawless and airbrushed. So the combination of these two I have been really loving recently. And next up is foundations. So the two that I'm bringing are the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I have been on a kick with this. I absolutely love this, especially paired with the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I feel like this doesn't look super drying on my skin, lasts all day long, doesn't cake, crease, anything. Obsessed. Probably one of my top favorite foundations, along with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation. I really like this one as well because this one's definitely more full coverage finish and this one's more like natural radiant. So I like to bring kind of like two separate foundations just that way, depending on my mood, depending on what we're doing that day. You know, I can kind of base my skin off like what we're doing. So if I want to do like more full glam, I'll go in with the NARS one, and if I just want to do something like natural, more radiant, easy, simple to achieve, definitely use the Huda Beauty foundation. The two concealers that I am absolutely infatuated with is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. So for concealers, I definitely do like to go more high coverage just to cover up any darkness or anything that I might have under my eyes, any acne, etc. So I really love the Jouer Essential High Coverage. It's super lightweight on the skin. It dries down matte, so you honestly don't even really have to set it. It doesn't crease. It's, again, super full coverage. Love it. And then if you want something that's kind of similar but a little different, the second concealer that I like to bring is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Concealer. I love this one. I can't say enough good things about it. It's super lightweight on the skin, really, really blends out like a dream, and it feels like you have nothing on your skin, like it's not as heavy. And honestly, not that this one's like heavy on the skin, but if I was to compare the two and like pick one that I liked more, I'd definitely go with the Hourglass. And then for powders, honestly, you guys probably guessed this if you watch my videos, but I can't go anywhere, it seems, without the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. Now, I am getting to like the bittersweet end of this one, so I'm gonna try to make it last as much as possible, but I'll definitely have to buy a refill soon. Along with the Peach Perfect Translucent Setting Powder from Too Faced. I love this one. I feel like it keeps your skin super, super like matte throughout the day, which, not that I'm super oily, but I do have a tendency to get oily in like my T-zone, and this just really helps combat that, and it makes your skin look flawless. Like, I don't even know what's in this, but it's like magic, and it smells like peaches. You can't go wrong. And so I actually ended up packing one more powder in my bag this time. This is the Pure Cosmetics Pressed 4-in-1 Mineral Makeup Setting Powder. I love this one. I believe it's more of like a foundation kind of setting powder, but since it does have like a light tint to it, personally what I really like to do is I like to go in, set my under eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury one, just to kind of like make sure that my under eyes are set along with my T-zone, and then I'll just take a big fluffy brush, dip into this, and then set the rest of my face. And I feel like it gives you such nice coverage, it blurs the skin, it just looks beautiful. For bronzers, again, I do like to bring two, of course, just to keep the variation. So I am bringing the Ilia Nightlight Bronzer in the shade Drawn In. Again, ever since I got this in my Sephora haul, I've really been loving it. I feel like it's the perfect undertone. It's not too cool, not too warm, and just makes your skin look sun-kissed and flawless. And then next, I'm also going to be bringing, of course, the Neutrogena Healthy Skins Blends Radiant Bronzer. I have been in love with this bronzer for so long. It has stayed in my travel bag, and a lot of times I kind of like to switch things up, but there's a few products that are OG, they're not going anywhere. And unfortunately, I do believe that this bronzer has been discontinued, which is so sad. So I'm trying to make it last as long as possible. But again, another bronzer I love. It's the bronzer I'm wearing today. I just love it. I think it's so pretty, and it just makes your skin look like you just got home from a beach vacation, and who doesn't want that? And for blushes, I usually have a really hard time picking blushes that I want to bring, just because depending on the eye look and what I want to achieve, the blush shades can be so vastly different. So I try to pick ones that kind of go with everything, and an OG one that has been in my makeup bag for forever and a day is definitely MAC's Warm Soul Mineralized Blush. This blush, it doesn't look like super fantastic in the pan, but I promise you on the skin, it is such a beautiful, like bronzy, but like lightly peachy apricot shade. And since it is like a baked blush, it does like give your skin that lit from within kind of glow. I absolutely love this one, and this one goes with almost every single eye look, makeup look, so it's perfect. And the next blush I'm going to be bringing is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Sublime Flush. I absolutely love this one. I feel like it's a more pinky, like apricot kind of tone, and swatching it definitely doesn't do it justice. You just have to apply it to the face and it is beautiful. It's like a perfect pinky apricot tone, and it just makes you look like your cheeks were like just like pinched, and it's just like a natural flush. It's so pretty. We have highlights next, which is honestly a really hard thing for me to choose from since one, I have a lot, and two, I'm kind of like highlight obsessed, if you didn't know. I love them, I collect them, I just think that they're so beautiful, and I love looking like a glazed donut, so like obviously why not have the most products in order for me to do that. So when picking highlights, it's really difficult for me to kind of like pare it down, but I do love going in with like a highlighting palette. So I really love bringing the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Highlighting Trio. I love these. They give you like the most beautiful, like lit from within kind of glow. So I kind of like to bring a variation of highlights. So these you can definitely build up, but this is more of like the natural, like I'm naturally dewy, naturally radiant. Like I'm just glowing and beaming naturally. It's not makeup. That's the effect that you're gonna get with this. But then the other highlight that I bring is the complete opposite end of the spectrum. This is the Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter in the shade Lit. When I tell you that this is like one of the most intense highlights I've ever used, just take my word for it. I mean, it's so creamy, so buttery, but it like is literally liquid metal, but it is so pretty, and it gives you such a nice like sheeny effect to the skin, and you just look glowy. So one thing that I like to do is I kind of like to apply these first, see where I'm at, what the vibe is, you know, how highlighted I want to be, and then I can always just take a little itty bitty like teens of this and add it on top, and it just amplifies this highlight to, you know, the next level. So when it comes to eyes, I definitely stick more in like the neutral nudes realm, and then if I want, you know, pop on a bold lip, that's just my vibe. I usually like to stick within the nudes, so I do bring two neutral eyeshadow palettes. So I am bringing the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. I absolutely love this one. I feel like the tones in it is so pretty. You have beautiful shimmers and glitters, and that's also another thing that I bring, but we'll get to that. And then the next palette that I'm bringing is the Natasha Denona Biba palette. To be careful because one of the shades broke, the black one. But I absolutely love this palette. The tones, the shades, the formulas, I mean everything, like head to toe, is just beautiful. And this is actually the palette I wore on my wedding day, fun fact. But I absolutely love this one, and I never go anywhere without it. Like this is another one that just stays in my makeup bag. Two more products to finish up the eye category, and then we are complete. So even though the palettes that I brought do have glitters, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, they're amazing, they're fabulous, but sometimes I want to amplify that. You know, like sometimes the glitters and palettes just aren't enough for me. So I take my like 3 all-time favorites, which is hard to choose because this brand and these products are just amazing. But this is the Hourglass Scattered Lights Eye Toppers, glitters, whatever. This is in the shade Smoke, and it is like the most beautiful, taupey, like silvery tone. Oh, I can't get enough. I'll go ahead and swatch it because y'all should see what I'm talking about. I mean, I just dipped a little bit and it's right there. It's so pretty. You can't go wrong. This I love just popping on my lid just for a little extra something, but it is so beautiful. And swatching them, I mean, it doesn't do it justice. It's this shade right here, but yeah, you really can't tell, but there's like these micro glitters, and when it catches the light, it is beautiful. So this always goes with me everywhere. Again, this is in the shade Smoke. I also am obsessed with the shade Ray. Honestly, all of them. Just all of them are amazing, so if you want to pick up one, any of them are going to be great. Alright, so these are a totally different formula than the Hourglass ones, but these are the Artist Couture Diamond Lights Finishers. Impeccable. Like, incredible, amazing. Such a unique formula, but the payoff is insane. It's like a loose glitter. They are so beautiful, and what I like to do is I kind of like to take a glitter glue and pack it on my lid and then tap these on top. But this is in the shade Diamond Bronze. It is just the most beautiful, like, coppery color ever, and it is just stunning. I definitely recommend these as well. Alright, and last but not least, I only have 3 more products to show you and we are finished, I promise. Thank you so much for sticking around this long if you've made it to the end of the video. But for lashes, I do like to bring more of like a fluffy lash and then more of a natural lash, and these are the Ardell Naked Lashes in the style 421. I love these. They're super affordable and you can reuse them up to like 10 times, at least I have. I feel like they get better with age, kind of like a fine wine. So I love these, can't go anywhere without them. Along with the House of Lashes Sephora collection in the style Azalea. They're more of like a longer wispy lash, and I believe that these have been discontinued, which is so sad because these were like some of my favorite lashes. Alright you guys, welcome to the end of the video. The last product I am going to share with you guys is my setting spray, and this one I absolutely love. I take it everywhere with me. Again, another product I use on my wedding day, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day, and it honestly, it does everything it says. It is absolutely amazing. It helps your makeup not crease, fade, stays in place all day long, and transfer proof. Like, especially because I know I'm going to be wearing a mask for a long time on the plane and everything like that. This is absolutely perfect because when you spray your face, I mean, you can like take your mask and kind of smudge it and it doesn't transfer. This stuff is amazing. Alright you guys, and that completes today's video. That is everything that was in my travel bag. If you guys did like this video, please be sure to drop a like down below, as well as a comment as to what you'd like to see from me next. And if you've yet to, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, that way you're notified every single time I upload a video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye guys!